part 2 of Zergling Round Up. This is episode 5, where we're looking at player Infinity 7, AxSlav. AxSlav is the pink Zerg on the top of a map I've never seen before, but it's called Atlantis Ship, IPL Atlantis Ship. So, AxSlav, the pink Zerg on the top right hand side of the map, and here on the top or bottom left we have the red Protoss Flash Muck. Now this is a PvZ on a really big map, so we can expect a very macro heavy build, including this Forge First expansion here by Flash Muck. Now this is game 2. Flash Muck is a game behind, getting his cannon relatively quickly. Gateway a little bit later. He's playing very conservatively, where we see AxSlav going with his pretty typical 3 base, no gas, economic opening. He almost always favors getting his 3rd before his natural. We saw that last game. We will see it quite a bit more. But just going ahead, pointing out little quirks in his style, because that's what makes up the Zergling Round Up. Quirky little players doing their quirky little things. And this is a quirky little crow, probably lost in the big bad woods, running from the big bad wolf. It's late, guys. Leave me alone. Alright, so that probe dies. Really nice scouting. He does indeed confirm that his opponent does not have a bunch of gas, just stockpiling, so he will be vulnerable to some kind of timing in the near future should the Protoss favor that route. Now, the Protoss player, he's going for a Stargate, so AxSlav, in order to hold this, is going to have a bunch of queens or a couple spore crawlers on the field. Now, how he chooses to go about that, that's going to be up to him. But right now, I see 3 queens. These 3 queens getting softened a little bit by zealots. Well, actually, the drones are getting softened. There were some pretty good surrounds there from AxSlav on the zealot, so the queen didn't take damage. But nonetheless, it is all good. Some scouting here from our Zerg player. The Zerg should have just seen the Void Array. So now it is no secret what our Protoss opponent is doing. Stargate Phoenix, Void Array, Shenaniganry, Harassment. In that case, we'll make a Spore Crawler and use these queens to support that Spore Crawler. Life is grand. At this point, we have 5 queens on the field. It was relatively easy for the Zerg to scout that and immediately launch a defense, just because the map is so big. Bigger maps like this, you can just wait, see what your opponent's going to do, and take advantage of it. Smaller maps, you have to play a little more proactively. A little bit of harassment here from Mook. Mostly he's targeting down Overlords, but targeting this Extractor is also a good idea, as it allows the Void Ray to build up its charge, which means it does more damage per second. At this point, there's a Roach attack running along this creep highway to the right-hand side. That's gonna punish Mook for being so far out, but with an Immortal, a couple of Stalkers, and that many Sentries, it should be fairly simple for Mook to hold this kind of attack, unless AxSlav can do something incredibly fancy. The Void Ray being sent in to reinforce, and these Roaches are being forced back, so that AxSlav, wasted a little bit of his potential economy there by making these Roaches and Lings instead of making drones. So they can't fire up, they can't really do anything here, so he's going to have to attack this 3rd in order to get any kind of gains at all from these units that have been named. So let's see what his dedication is and how he decides to handle it. There is a Colossi on the field now for Mook. He's trying to go ahead and transition, but he doesn't have a lot of units on the field to tank this Colossi. I mean, it would be really easy to just target that down with, quite a few roaches, which is exactly what Echo has. Sensing the blood in the water, JEcho coming at it from another angle, he is going to bait the Protoss out just a little bit, but decides he wants to engage on his own terms. This is a 4th being taken here for Echo. And things are going well. For both players, actually, they both got 3 base economies running, with JEcho finishing up a 4th, which is about even in Zerg vs Protoss standards. Burrow now being researched for our Zergy, some +1 upgrades as well as pathogen glands. Everything is transitioning to a very, very normal